Nearly every infamous captain who hoisted the black flag ended up captured in a hail of cannon fire, betrayed by their own mutinous crews, or dragged to the gallows for a public spectacle. Executions were designed to terrify, bodies left swinging as warnings. Yet a handful slipped through the net, fueling endless rumors and speculations. From the Caribbean buccaneers to today's Somali raiders, let's uncover how these sea wolves met their ends and why their stories still grip us tight. No pirate looms larger in legend than Blackbeard, born Edward Teach around 1680 in England. He cut his teeth under Benjamin Hornigold before striking out solo, transforming into a terror with his wild beard braided and smoldering with slow-burning fuses to mimic a devil from hell. By 1718, he commanded a small armada, including the Queen Anne's Revenge, a captured French slave ship armed to the teeth with 40 cannons. His blockade of Charleston Harbor that May was audacious, holding the port hostage for a week, demanding medical supplies for his syphilitic crew while parading captured elites. Merchants quaked, surrendering without resistance, and whispers spread of his invincibility. Blackbeard partied with governors, married multiple times under aliases, and amassed loot from dozens of prizes. But empires don't forget slights, and a bounty grew. That November, Virginia's Governor Spotswood dispatched Lieutenant Robert Maynard with 2 sloops to hunt him down off Ocracoke Inlet in North Carolina's Outer Banks. Blackbeard, anchored with a skeleton crew after granting pardons to many, spotted the intruders at dawn. He roared into action, grappling Maynard's adventure in a ferocious boarding melee. Pistols blazed, swords clashed. Blackbeard shrugged off wounds like a beast, reportedly downing rum mixed with gunpowder for courage. It took 5 musket balls and over 20 saber cuts to fell him. Maynard severed the head, hanging it from his bowsprit as gruesome proof on the sail back to Williamsburg. Blackbeard's body, legend says, swam circles around the ship before sinking. His skull became a silver-lined chalice for the governor, a macabre trophy. This bloody close shattered the myth, but rumors persist of hidden caches along the coast. Shift to William Kidd, a Scottish sailor turned New York merchant who started with royal backing. In 1995, King William III commissioned him as a privateer to prey on French ships and pirates in the Indian Ocean, with investors including nobles. Aboard the adventure galley, Kidd set sail, but delays and crew unrest brewed trouble. Desperation hit when they captured the Kedah Merchant in 1698, an Armenian ship under French pass but loaded with Mughal treasures, gold, silks, and jewels worth a fortune. Kidd claimed it legitimate, but accusations of piracy swirled. Rumors exploded that he buried vast hauls on Gardiner's Island or elsewhere, inspiring tales like Treasure Island. Heading to Boston to proclaim innocence, he was double-crossed by Lord Bellamy, his backer turned accuser. Arrested in 1699, Kidd languished in chains before shipment to London. His 1701 trial at the Old Bailey was rigged, evidence suppressed, witnesses coerced. Convicted of murder for clubbing a gunner and piracy, he faced execution dock on the Thames. The first hanging rope snapped, sparing him momentarily in what spectators called divine intervention, but the second held. His corpse was tarred, caged in iron, and gibbeted for years, rotting as a deterrent. Speculation lingers. Did Kidd hide millions? Modern dives and digs chase clues, but his end exposed how thin the line was between privateer and outlaw. Shift to Bartholomew Roberts, or Black Bart, stands as the most prolific pirate ever, Welsh-born and pressed into service before turning coat. Capturing over 470 vessels from 1719 to 1722, he ranged from Brazil to Newfoundland, enforcing a democratic code: no gambling, lights out by 8, equal shares. Dressed in crimson silks with a plumed hat, he sipped tea amid battles, flying multiple flags, one with him toasting death. His fleet grew to 4 ships,
plundering slave traders and merchants alike. Roberts avenged fallen comrades viciously, once burning 80 enslaved people alive in retaliation. His success mocked navies, but hubris invited pursuit. In February 1722, off Cape Lopez in Gabon, HMS Swallow under Captain Challoner Ogle feigned retreat to lure him. Roberts, in finery, manned the guns until a grapeshot volley shredded his throat. True to his orders against capture, crewmates wrapped him in sailcloth, weighted with chains, and consigned him to the deep before yielding. The ensuing trial at Cape Coast Castle saw 52 hanged, the largest pirate purge ever, crippling Atlantic operations. Roberts' code influenced later pirates, but his swift end showed no one was untouchable. Enter Stede Bonnet, the Barbados planter who ditched family wealth for piracy in 1717, buying the Revenge all out, an oddity among thieves. Ill-suited, he bungled commands, earning mockery. Linking with Blackbeard, he got double-crossed, left ashore while Teach stole his ship. Reclaiming it, Bonnet blockaded Charleston clumsily, leading to a September 1718 clash in the Cape Fear River. Cornered in shallows, his crew fought 6 hours before surrender. Bonnet escaped briefly, disguised as a woman, but recapture followed. Meanwhile, John Calico Jack Rackham earned his moniker from flashy cotton calico clothes. Deposing Charles Vane as captain, he cruised with Anne Bonny, fiery Irishwoman disguised as a man, and Mary Read, another cross-dressing fighter revealed after wounding. Their trio terrorized Jamaica's coasts, but in October 1720, near Negril Point, a privateer surprised them. Most crew hid drunk below. Bonny and Read battled fiercely, berating the men. Captured, Rackham hanged in Port Royal, his body caged on Dead Man's Cay. Bonny and Read pleaded pregnancy, delaying execution. Read died in prison. Bonny vanished, rumors saying she ransomed out or escaped. Charles Vane epitomized defiance, rejecting a 1718 royal pardon to raid Nassau anew. Torching ships in harbors, he clashed with governors. Mutinied by Rackham for cowardice, Vane started over on a sloop, only to hurricane wreck on a Honduran isle. Rescued by a ship, the captain, a past victim, recognized and turned him in. Tried in Jamaica, Vane hanged in 1721, stoic and cursing to the end. Edward Lowe, a Boston thief turned pirate in 1721, unleashed horrors, forcing captives to eat hearts, severing lips and cooking them. He flew a skeleton flag, amassing a fleet but alienating all with sadism. By 1724, his crew reportedly mutinied, marooning him on an isle or executing him quietly. Accounts vary, some saying he hanged in Martinique under alias. His vanishing act fuels dark tales. Henry Every, the king of pirates, pulled the 1695 heist of the century, ambushing the Mughal fleet's Ganges Sawai off India, looting diamonds and gold amid atrocities. Every escaped to the Bahamas, bribing officials, then disappeared. Rumors claim he retired rich in Devon or died penniless. Speculation abounds, with no confirmed end. Samuel Black Sam Bellamy, the egalitarian prince of pirates, redistributed wealth, declaring himself Robin Hood of the seas. In 1717, his Whydah galley sank off Cape Cod in a nor'easter, drowning him and most crew with 4.5 tons of treasure. Salvage in 1984 confirmed hauls, but his body lost to waves. Francois Lolonier, French-born sadist, raided Maracaibo in 1667, eating Spanish hearts raw. Captured by natives in Darien, rumors say they dismembered and devoured him, poetic justice unverified. Some flipped sides. Benjamin Hornigold mentored Blackbeard before accepting pardon, hunting ex-allies until shipwrecking in 1719. Howell Davis, Welsh trickster, died ambushed in Principe in 1719. But Henry Morgan bucked trends, Welsh buccaneer who sacked Portobello and Panama in 1671 for England. Arrested for overreach, he schmoozed back to favor, knighted as Sir Henry, governing Jamaica till dying of excess in 1688, rich, respected.